Today's episode of the Nerd Soup Podcast is brought to you by NORDVPN. For a limited time, get 75% off a 3-year plan at nordvpn.com/nerdsoup. This special offer makes your subscription just $2.99 per month, so you can browse on all of your devices. And for a short time, use code NERDSOUP to get an extra month of Nord for free. For those of you unfamiliar with VPNs, it's a simple service that allows you to protect your online information. Instead of connecting to a public server, NordVPN connects you to their private, military-grade encrypted servers. This way your private passwords, banking information, and your IP address will all be secured and safe. The cool feature of using NordVPN is having the ability to connect to servers all over the world, which allows you to access online content from different countries. Say you want to access a show that's only available overseas. All you need to do is simply connect to one of Nord's European servers. Nord also allows you 6 simultaneous connections, so you can secure your data on your desktop, tablets, and your mobile devices. Nord is also compatible with most operating systems, including Windows, macOS, iOS, and Android. Nord's special deal of 75% off a 3-year plan is coming to an end soon, so visit nordvpn.com/nerdsoup to take advantage of this deal. And remember, for a short time, you can also use code NERDSOUP to get an extra month of Nord for free. How does it feel knowing Teddy's the king of Twitter now?
How so?
You just don't tweet. You don't even try anymore.
I tweet.
Teddy had that great tweet a couple weeks ago about when a girl says that she's single on Instagram. Yeah. It's like all the guys in her funny. DMs. It was the portal from Endgame.
That was funny.
800 likes, right? Yeah. And 80 retweets.
I saw the most liked tweet in Nerd Soup history, so.
What is it?
It was a gif of Robb Stark and his direwolf. 10,000. Son.
Does the Game of Thrones tweet count, though?
Yeah, of course it does.
No, he was living off of Game of Thrones, so no, it doesn't. It's like Nash's autographs.
I just posted this.
Like I'm doing this. I'm doing this post Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Well,
it is funny how that Game of Thrones vacuum kind of opened up for Teddy and left you in the dust.
If I want, I'll start tweeting if you want.
You'll start tweeting?
Yeah.
Let's see.
So I reply to you guys, and I get more likes than your original tweets.
Go off, King.
Yeah,
once again, you're feeding off of better tweets.
You know,
I'm bouncing off you.
I don't think you've ever gotten more likes than the original tweet.
Yes, all the time.
No, I don't
Nash
think
is
you've
all
done
the time. It's not even fair.
I do it all the time to Nash.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Nerd Soup Podcast. I'm Bo Oliver, joined today by Aaron, the Nerd Soup Monkey, and Teddy. Teddy, how you doing?
Doing good, man. Just got
cool.
out of work.
That's nice. How was work?
It sucked.
You guys hear that new Taylor Swift album?
Did you?
No, did you?
Pretty good.
No, you didn't.
She's back.
You're just saying that for the podcast.
Okay.
No, he actually likes Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah, back off.
I'd give her a shot.
Ted, you need to calm down.
Is that?
That's Taylor Swift. Yeah, if you listen to the album. All my Swifties out there got that one. There's a line in that song.
You're a Swiftie?
Born and raised.
No shit.
I thought they were Swifters.
There's a line in that song, you need to calm down, you're being too loud, which, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I tell that dank bud in my pocket when I'm in public.
Yeah, and we're back today to talk about the stories and movies and TV and Star Wars. Disney Plus has a lot of new trailers and announcements coming out, and you can listen to this podcast on SoundCloud at the Nerd Soup Podcast and iTunes, Nerd Soup Podcast, Spotify. And send us your questions at nerdsoup4u, for the number, you the letter, at gmail.com. Nerdsoup4u on Twitter. Aaron, Nerd Soup Monkey on Twitter. Teddy, Nerd Soup. So yeah, let's get right into it.
You didn't like that?
I'm trying to forget it.
I mean, you're on Twitter talking about how, you're smoking on that loud pack, yeah.
I've been smoking that loud. That. I got into an elevator the other day, and somebody was like, "Whoa, it's loud in here."
Exactly.
Like,
that was my joke.
That's me. I've got marijuana.
Was it just you two?
Yeah, it was just me and this other guy.
Oh.
The elevator got stuck. We became good friends, actually. Learned a lot about him. He learned a lot about me. Times in the
plot
elevator.
To something. Or it should be.
This is like a Richard Linklater movie.
Seth Rogen. James Franco.
In Elevator Boys.
The repairman's Jonah Hill.
Yeah, definitely. The guys, you can't smoke in here. You're going to have to call the fire department.
But then he actually smokes.
Kevin Hart's the firefighter.
Kevin. Hey, you can't. That's my Kevin Hart impression.
You see the elevator, it goes up and down, and you can't be smoking in there because I'm the fireman.
Dave Chappelle's the narrator. Is that the elevator working and then it goes down really fast?
No, The Rock is the elevator. He voices the elevator. Because it gets too high, it opens up, but it's just like a mouth.
No, I meant Chappelle is the narrator of the movie.
I can't do it. How do you do a Rock?
You can't.
I don't know how he talks. He talks pretty normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are certain people you can't impersonate. All right, let's get right into the first story here. Let's start with Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker. New teaser, new trailer. It was like a compilation of the old footage from the different movies, which kind of got me going, gave me the chills. And then they showed us that new footage at the end. Chills. Look at my arm. Chills.
Chill bumps?
Chill bumps. Right, yeah. That sounds like a drug they do in the Valley. But
I've done some chill bumps in my time.
You've done some chill
In my
bumps?
day,
You want a chill bump after this?
Yeah.
Rise of Skywalker, Dark Ray.
That was a great trailer.
Great trailer.
That was well shot.
Good footage.
That opening shot is probably my favorite shot in Star Wars.
Which one?
With the sun or the moon, whatever the fuck it is.
Oh yeah, with the Star Wars theme, the Force theme.
Yeah, it was so cool seeing everything, and then everything's like coming full circle. That was nice.
This got me.
Talk it to the goddamn mic.
Me?
Yeah,
I did.
you're getting really low.
All right, hold on.
No, don't re-say it.
All right.
Go ahead, Aaron.
Goddamn, I'm professional.
I thought it was pretty close.
Your mic's all crooked.
That's the loudest thing you've done. Yeah, I really enjoyed the trailer. What do you think, Aaron?
I dug it. I mean, I'm very excited for this movie. And I guess it's hard not to bring up The Last Jedi, which, whatever. Everyone already has their opinions on it. But I really do feel like this is J.J. Abrams' vision for the sequel, which I feel like a lot of things might happen in this film probably should have happened in the last one.
Yeah.
And I think The Last Jedi is okay, but I do feel like that was one of the problems I had with it, was that it took place right after The Force Awakens, and it ended like in a very short time frame. Now they're jumping ahead, and I feel like if they would have set up maybe some, and we don't know, Dark Ray is probably a vision, or it could be a clone. There's so many theories going on, but if they wanted to bring back Palpatine, have this Dark Ray storyline, I feel like it kind of could have happened a lot sooner, but I guess we got to see how it plays out in the movie. I'm still fucking excited.
I was gonna say, I hope they didn't waste that shot in the trailer.
That's the thing,
if
too.
it's real.
Such a moment.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But you got to expect that either it's Pata moments, and that's not really giving anything away, or it is a vision or something. Because I feel like but it's Star Wars. I feel like they don't have to generate hype for Episode 9. It's the last episode of this saga, the Skywalker saga. Maybe they're trying to get some of the fans that may have been disappointed in The Last Jedi and are not as hyped for this one. Like, oh, look, Dark Ray. Maybe generate some more hype that way, which I don't think they necessarily have to do. I think this movie's going to do well at the box office regardless, and I think a lot of people are excited for it. I don't know.
I hope the choreography is a little better in the lightsaber fights in this one.
Somebody watched a YouTube video on the choreography of the throne room scene.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
It wasn't that much. There wasn't a lot of footwork in there.
Ted's disappointed with their footwork.
I was.
You're like an old school NBA fan from the 80s.
Yeah. I like the drop step.
It's all fancy. It's all fancy now. Yeah, it's all about the dribbling.
Yeah, in Luke's era, they had hand checks.
No, but that scene, that could be like the most iconic scene, is that Jedi fight.
I like the scene.
Yeah, people don't like that scene now.
Well, because of the choreography. Like, they had choreographers. Choreography's,
What were the problems with the choreography?
That there wasn't any. It was more flashy than actually choreography.
It's like one of the guards was just like
doing nothing.
Could have killed Rey, but he was just sitting there like this. Which I'm not really focusing. I'm more the whole scope of the thing. Just them teaming up.
I want to fight like Revenge of the Sith.
Those fights were over choreographed.
That's great.
Let's just spin our sabers and do nothing.
I love that shit.
No, I love it too. I love it too, but it is ridiculous when you think about it.
It is ridiculous. But you're talking about the Anakin Obi-Wan, right?
Yeah.
When they're face to face and they're just
Yeah.
flipping that shit around their body like nunchucks, and then they
I really like the Empire fight. It's basic. They're doing the thing.
Empire's the best fight to me.
New
when
Hope,
they're on that bridge
New
and
Hope,
the
they're
wind
just
is blowing.
fucking waving back and forth. There's really nothing there. But
I like the New Hope because it's it's a time.
And I very much enjoyed the final battle in Force Awakens.
Force Awakens is a good one. Also, the Return of the Jedi between him and Vader is a great battle as well.
I don't like the hack when Luke.
Oh, I love that.
Going.
I love that shit.
Yeah,
because you never see that in a movie where it's just the anger just consumes him.
I know. I get the anger.
Fuck you.
That's like the point.
You don't know me.
Is to express the anger.
Vader falls back. He's like, oh shit.
My boy, ease.
I feel like you could probably would have after one hack turn around and just cut off the arm.
Right, but
it's more about the passion, like you said.
Yeah. I know, but I just find it's not bad.
The Empire fight is the best when his cape is flapping in the wind. He's pressing Luke. Luke's backing up. That's so good. Because Vader's toying with him, and then he gets mad. He's like, all right, fuck this kid. Fuck them kids. But Dark Ray, it is kind of strange how they keep doing this in movies these days where they give these big reveals in trailers. That would have been such a cool moment. And it may be a flashback or a vision or something. Not a flashback, but a vision.
What was that training scene she had when she went to the cave? Something like that.
Yeah, and they're saying it's similar to Luke in Empire when he fights himself, when he's fighting Vader, but it turns out to just be him. But
people already criticize that it's too much like the original trilogy anyway. I feel like if they do that again, it's like, oh, look what they're doing again. I saw someone say that I think it was on Twitter, that when she asks to see who her parents are, and it's just a bunch of Reys, that it's a hint, maybe she's cloned, and there's just a bunch of Rey clones.
Yeah.
And there has been cloning in the past in Star Wars, and I really don't know too much about the lore and stuff, so I don't really know what's possible and what's not, or what they would attempt to do with this. I think it's too late for just a Rey turn, she goes to the dark side.
I wonder if they play with Kylo and Anakin, if he starts realizing.
I don't know.
I wonder
feel
how
like it's
long
too late.
did turn.
It's too late for Kylo's, I guess, turn was supposed to be in The Last Jedi, and he denies it. He is turning a little, then he just throws it off, and I think at the end with Luke, it's just him embracing his evilness.
Kylo's not turning. He's not turning to the good side.
Because it has to end. The saga is ending, so I wonder who's going to win, right?
Yeah, well,
guys.
I think it warrants an episode 10. I think 10 is a nice, solid number. Episode X, I think you could do the 3 trilogies. First trilogy, second, now the third. And then you end it with a grand finale movie, maybe a 3-hour epic. Because imagine this does end with a cliffhanger. And that would be a great surprise. It's episode end is the true ending. And I think that would be fitting, an epilogue type movie, because there are no surprises left. The Last Jedi, say what you want about the movie, the execution. My biggest problem is that it just took the new lore that they were trying to build and said, that's nothing. It's still kind of the same old thing. So there's no mystery left in episode 9. Will Rey go dark? Will Kylo go good? That's boring. We've seen it before. And they're going to fight again. And so how do you make this, how do you subvert our expectations, as people like to say, in a satisfying way? It might just be generic. It might be a really great action-adventure space movie. The shot that I love is the Star Destroyers with the lightning in the background. That scene was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
The old ones, too, right?
And I love the way Kylo Ren walks. That man knows how to walk with a lightsaber.
I fucking
the bop
love
that
Kylo,
he's got.
man.
Me too.
I don't get why people hate him.
I didn't like him in The Last Jedi, but
he's carrying this trilogy. He is the most interesting part of each movie.
He is.
And
Adam Driver, man.
Adam Driver, he's become such a terrific actor. And it's going to be interesting to see what Rey does. And Rey with the group, with Poe and Finn. And
that was a great scene.
It took them 2 movies to get to this, 3 movies to get to this new group together going on an adventure. It took way too long.
That's why that's why with The Last Jedi, it was just one, basically. It was they didn't cut.
So weird.
They didn't go they had this thing, and then they go, and it cuts a little bit, and they go in time. Because I feel like with Empire, after for New Hope, I'm not sure how much time passed.
I think it's about a year.
But still, it's the way they open up, and they're on
Hoth.
They're on Hoth, and Solo, he's in a position of command, and you can
things
tell,
have changed. Time has passed.
Luke is really he's Luke now.
Yes.
He's not the same kid we met in A New Hope. Well, he is, but he's more experienced now. And
they've been on adventures in between.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. This one's just all right, let's start it right where we left off, and let's end it in that same sequence.
It's the same movie, but they're different, which is so weird, because they're such different movies.
Yeah.
It's people change dramatically, but it's literally there's been no time between these 2 films.
I feel like if they would have wrapped it up at half, with the story they told in The Last Jedi, halfway through.
Yeah.
And then they moved on a little bit, because you have to kind of continue it, because it does leave off with Rey handing the lightsaber to Luke. Maybe you can even go
that could have been in 1 year. They've been training for a year.
Yeah.
I would have loved that, because that would have made much more sense if Rey became this more powerful within that time frame, because she spent a year with Luke Skywalker. Mm-hmm. And I wanted them to do right. There was no training. What I wanted them to do is real-time Luke and Rey over the course of a year, while the rest of the movie jumps ahead.
Yeah.
So it's we're seeing Rey and Luke in flashbacks, and it leads up to where they both converge towards the third act, where it's been a year later. But let's move on to The Mandalorian. We can talk about this forever.
Wait, I want to say one more thing.
Okay.
Do you guys think in that scene where she's in the woods and she throws the boomerang, the lightsaber boomerang, you think that's why they showed Yoda? Maybe that's Luke training her again?
Maybe. Yeah, I could see that.
That'd be pretty cool. I'd like to see that.
Yeah, I think Luke's going to have a bigger role than we expect in this movie as a Force ghost. And maybe Obi-Wan, Yoda, they come back. Anakin as kind of a Darth Vader Force ghost.
They did show Anakin a lot in this trailer.
Right, because they're very much trying to wrap up everything with the prequel footage that they had in that montage. So they referenced, it's the first time they ever called him Emperor Darth Sidious, when Luke called him Darth Sidious in The Last Jedi. Mm-hmm. That's something from the prequels that was never mentioned in the original trilogy. So What was the last point you wanted to make?
Red Eye C-3PO.
Red Eye C-3PO.
Yeah,
He looks
sweet.
like Homelander. I'll laser every goddamn one of you.
No,
Calm down, see?
it's Star Wars, man. It's gonna get hype's gonna start moving along. Like I just posted a video. It was like a joke video of like I replaced the Emperor's laugh with the Joker, Jared Leto's Joker, and like people aren't even watching the video. They're commenting like, "Well, I really hope from episode 9 they really like, they're missing the joke. The joke
They don't care about
Jared
the joke.
Leto's Joker at the Emperor. That's funny to me."
All right,
That's funny.
Let's talk about the new Star Wars trailer, the new live-action TV show, The Mandalorian. We got the first look. This trailer was incredible.
Yeah.
And it looks like the first thing that I noticed was the aspect ratio. It's 2:3:9:1. That's a movie aspect ratio. It's not like Game of Thrones, where even as cinematic as Game of Thrones can become, it's still kind of square. This is a nice rectangle.
Okay.
And the production value of this.
Sick brag.
What do you mean sick brag? Because I know
You
things?
know your aspect ratio. No, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, learn math. Learn rectangles and squares, you dummy.
No.
All right. Well, this looks...
We have computers now.
It looks...
School is obsolete.
It looks beautiful.
Yes. Same cinematographer as Rogue One. And that's something I really loved about Rogue One.
Wow, sick brag.
Yeah. I can hear other people tell me news.
Who shot Rogue One?
Deacons?
I don't know, the same one
I
as
know like
Mandalorian?
4 cinematographers, so Deacons is one of them.
That's probably, yeah. I think he shot like 80% of all
it
movies.
wasn't, but it's the same cinematographer, and that's what I really liked about Rogue One, because it felt like this is right before New Hope.
Right.
It's the same, like, futuristic, but, like, dirty.
Rogue One was so dope, dude.
Rogue One is kind of climbing my list.
Well, people either hate that or think it's a dull movie, or people love it.
The middle sucks. The middle is kind of... Actually, the first two
from the
acts,
whole
yeah.
battle forward,
Yeah,
it was
the
phenomenal.
third act is great.
I think that's what we said in our review. It's like the first 2 acts were both like, am I liking this right now? And the third act really was like, fuck.
Yeah.
I do like this.
So you come out of it with that third act. It's kind of like Phantom Menace, because you end the movie with Maul and Qui-Gon and McGregor, Obi-Wan, all fighting.
I'm just thinking about a Conor McGregor Obi-Wan now.
How would McGregor respond to Darth Maul when he opens that gate with the 2 double-bladed lightsaber?
Look at this fuck!
2 fucking sabers.
Who the fuck are you?
Where's my second saber? Where's my fucking saber?
Yeah, but this trailer, I mean, Pedro Pascal.
Doesn't say a word. Doesn't
No.
have to.
No, you could just see him in the.
That's
in
like the
suit.
whole lore about him, too. You know, he's like this silent assassin.
And it's interesting to see what they're going to do with Mandalore, how they're going to bring that in, because there is kind of a gap in between episodes 6 and 7. They kind of left that territory unexplored.
And this trailer, I think, pretty much universally loved, I think, by all Star Wars fans. People are very excited for this one. Taika Waititi's playing, I think he's like a bounty hunter. Who's the famous bounty hunter?
Dog?
Yes.
Boba Fett.
No, he's one of like, he appeared, but he's not like in canon. He's like one of the best bounty hunters.
Bosk?
Whatever.
Cad Bane?
Was he one of the bounty hunters when he calls all the bounty hunters to go get...
I'm not sure.
Samus Aran?
But anyway, like his character description is he has a similar name to that bounty hunter, and people keep confusing him with the legendary bounty hunter.
Oh, that's funny.
That's such like a
They had Werner Herzog, he
Yeah.
does the voiceover.
okay.
He says something about bounty hunting is something business. I forget what he says, but the voiceover was great. And the action sequences, when that dude kind of gets cut in half by the door, when he shoots the door, looks like almost R-rated action sequence.
Well, not on Disney Plus.
Not on Disney Plus, but everything, the look of the trailer, the weekly, that's different for a streaming service.
I love that.
I didn't know that.
People
That's
are
even
upset.
better.
They're saying
That's amazing.
they like to binge. Binging, as great as it is in the moment, it's kind of you watch it and it's gone.
I honestly don't like it in the moment. I hate it, as I know I'm going to be there for like 3 hours.
No,
and
that's
I can't stand
I
it.
like that too, but like people, this keeps the focus on this show.
But you
People
know
are
what
gonna be
makes
talking week to week reviews. It helps.
Yeah,
like the
helps
reviews.
us.
Yeah. Well, everybody who likes to talk about like just build the hype. Like can't wait for next week. Theorizing. What do we think about this? It gives us time. If we both start watching Stranger Things, I might be finished in
Yeah, exactly.
9 hours. You're still on episode 2. I can't talk to it with you.
Yeah.
I can't tweet about it. I can't. It's
It's smart business-wise
Yeah.
because it keeps people subscribed as well.
You can't do the week trial and dip.
Disney wants to keep.
Of course
people,
they do.
Yeah.
That's the goal of
HBO
opening
doesn't.
a subscription
Showtime
service,
doesn't.
right? Yeah.
Stars doesn't. Like every network does it besides Netflix, and I enjoyed. Imagine Game of Thrones came out all at once.
That would be awesome because I prefer the binging, but I'm not somebody who's so upset that they're doing this weekly.
Are you upset about it?
No, I just said I'm not.
No, you say you're not so upset.
That
I'm not.
implies that
Yeah,
you are a little upset.
I'm not. Am I a little upset? Yeah, sure. Okay, you caught me there, Mr. Semantics.
But not just this, all of
I
them.
was curious.
Every Disney Plus series, too.
right. All of
Oh,
them.
nice.
So, yeah, it's great for us. Nerd Soup 2020, Nerd Soup
Dump
2024.
WandaVision on me.
Dump WandaVision on you?
Give me all of that right at once.
You want that WandaVision, don't you?
No, 'cause I feel like after episode 3, I'm not going to come back for 4.
All right, let's move on here to Ewan McGregor, who is also returning as Obi-Wan in the Disney Plus Obi-Wan Star Wars show, which will be the second live-action Star Wars show. That's cool, you know. We all liked Ewan McGregor. The way that he was able to turn that terrible script into something good.
He was the best part of that.
Yeah, that's magic. I mean, he salvaged
phenomenal.
that terrible dialogue, and you can even see it in the way that George Lucas directs. That he's infamous for only shooting it once.
Mm-hmm.
He's one cut. Clint Eastwood does it a lot too. It's one take, cut. Let's move on here. So,
I like that.
How old is he now?
of
though?
course you do. That's how you direct. Yeah, that's fine. Who, Clint?
No, Ewan.
Ewan's got to be
looks
mid-late
young.
40s. Yeah, he looks good for his age.
It's 8 years after Revenge of the Sith. I think 11 years before New Hope.
It's incredible because Phantom Menace, he looks young, and then the way
Yeah.
that he was able to portray a mature Obi-Wan, because that's a 10-year gap.
Well, that too, like we were talking about with The Last Jedi and the sequel trilogy. The prequel trilogy does it more than any other series. Like Anakin goes from this kid to they don't really.
It's 10 years and then 3.
Yeah, but he has this short hair, Anakin, and you're like, oh, this guy, he's been around, he's been training, like he's a new character. Then when he has the long hair too, he's established, like
Bit more quiet.
He's good. Like, oh my god, it's fucking Anakin. This is the guy who's the best Jedi, going to be the best Jedi of all time. It makes sense, even though we don't see what happens. It's kind of implied, and it kind of, I don't know, just sets the tone more.
Do we know where he went after Revenge of the Sith? When everything went to shit?
Yeah, he went to Tatooine. Remember, he's watching over Luke.
Oh, yeah.
So they have the Legends novel, which is pretty good, where he's kind of settling disputes among people in Tatooine, and it's Obi-Wan in the desert. It's like a Western, Star Wars Western, and that's interesting if they do 8 episodes. That's what The Mandalorian is, right? 8 episodes?
I believe so.
So if they get a decent showrunner, get some good directors, I think that could be interesting. We'll probably see young Luke. They'll cast somebody as a young Luke, because he's...
Jacob Tremblay?
Maybe. He has a relationship with Obi-Wan. He knows him as Old Ben.
Mm-hmm.
And so does Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru. They know who he is. That would be cool to see. There were rumors for a long time that this was going to be a movie. It makes more sense for a live-action TV show. They've kind of oversaturated the movie market.
Yeah.
I think they want to take a step back, figure out what they want to do with the D&D trilogy. Maybe that's on the streaming service now. Rian Johnson's trilogy looks like it might not be happening, so they have some things to figure out.
You can build so much more too with TV shows.
Well, that's what Christian
so much more
Harloff
time.
is, who works for Collider, big Star Wars guy. He always says that Star Wars belongs on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe everything just belongs on TV at this point.
What story does he have in the animated series? Because they do post Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wan, right?
Yeah, that's in Rebels.
Okay.
That's where he's
can't-
watching over Luke.
You can't redo that on live action because
Well,
that's
no,
canon.
he fought Darth Maul.
But that's canon. So
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you
it is
can't.
canon.
You have to have. You can't have that. You have
Unless
to make
you
something
can
else up.
do it, it's the same thing, but it's different. They're not going to do that. But
Yeah.
people were upset because they felt like they wasted Darth Maul.
It
Darth
definitely
Maul
did.
could have came back for live action in this show, even though the scene between him and Darth Maul in Rebels is so good. It's such a great scene, but they'll find something else. They'll figure it out. Maybe Emilia Clarke comes back in this too. She's got the Darth Maul connection.
Isn't there a theory that he's still alive?
Darth Maul?
Yeah.
Did you see Solo?
Yeah, he's,
He's still
in
alive.
Solo. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He died.
I didn't. For some reason, I thought that was like
No,
a
yeah,
flashback.
it's a theory. I made
That was
it-
That was like a flashback.
It's my theory, and I was corrected, and everyone thank me for being smart. I think a Maul
Yeah, he
fucking. I think a Maul series would be sick.
Yeah, with Emilia Clarke as Kira.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
'Cause he gets into a lot of. Doesn't he get like the black saber, and
Yeah, he
he's
gets-
like.
but that's the thing. They've already covered all
Oh
that.
yeah, that's right.
So they could find something else. They have him doing other stuff, and he's got the robotic legs,
I think
which is cool.
Vader fucking posts like him doing Order 66. Him just going around waxing every Jedi he sees.
Mauling Jedi.
Yeah.
Killing kids.
Yeah, you
it's
like that?
Yeah.
You're into that?
I said Jedi.
They are Jedi. Those little ass
Young
kids.
ones? Not yet.
They were
Padawans.
chilling too.
All right, let's go to the MCU. We have some new MCU news on Disney Plus as well. We have new series announced: She-Hulk, Moon Knight, and Miss Marvel. You know me, I'm a big Moon Knight guy. I've been waiting for this for a long time.
You
Have
are.
you?
Yeah, it's Marvel's Batman, right?
Phase 4 is fucking stacked now. It went from
Phase 4 is stacking up.
good to like, wow, there's a lot of shit they're doing within like these 2 years. I'm this was a surprise to me. They had the timeline. I'm like, all right, Feige release it. Like that's what we're getting. And they're like, oh, Moon Knight, She-Hulk, Miss Marvel. I was like, yeah.
Oh yeah, we forgot.
We'll just throw those in.
Yeah, it's Moon Knight. I have some trepidation because Moon Knight is such a weird character, and I feel like if they somehow could make this movie outside of the MCU, I would prefer that. I don't think the MCU needs Moon Knight, but because you give Moon Knight to a director who's like an auteurist director who's allowed to do anything he wants with that character, it could get so weird and crazy. There's a limit for how weird Marvel is willing to get. So I think I'm most excited for Miss Marvel because if you guys haven't read that comic, it's so good. It's such a fresh and interesting take on what it means to be a superhero and also what it means to be a Muslim in modern America. It's a lot different than I expected when I actually read it. And She-Hulk, what's interesting about that is Mark Ruffalo going to be in that show because she gets her powers from a blood transfusion. She's related to Bruce Banner. She's dying.
Okay.
He gives her a blood transfusion, and then she becomes the Hulk, but she can control it. And Mark Ruffalo's Hulk can control it now, too. Mm-hmm. So I guess that's why they kept him alive.
Yeah, wait, so he's not... So he can't... He can go from human to Hulk again?
No, he's not going to human. He stays in that, but she can.
Yeah.
She can... I'm pretty sure she can go back and forth.
That's a great power, then.
Yeah.
Like, if you really can control it, that's a great power.
She's also got like a... I forget what she is. I don't know if she's an attorney like Matt Murdock. She's got some sort of job that's like her identity, her secret identity is also kind of interesting. I just can't really remember it.
Is Hulk bulletproof in his human form too? Like if I shoot Hulk when he's Bruce Banner,
the implication is that he'll turn into the Hulk. Like when he says he tried to shoot himself and he spit the bullet out.
Yeah.
So I think that would get him pretty angry. Not gonna lie.
If you shot him as Bruce Banner.
So. Yeah, I mean, these series, we're getting a shit ton of these Disney Plus series, so, I'm not going to complain.
Is this going to be like Netflix, though, or they're just going to start pumping out shitty series, though? And, like...
The Netflix series aren't all shitty.
Marvel.
Yeah.
That's what I'm worried about.
No, that's exactly what it's going to be. They're not all going to be good.
No, I'm worried about it.
Yeah, it's harder to make a good TV show, I think, than a movie. Don't be worried. Just enjoy the ones that you like. And
yeah, but if they really start pumping out some crap, that's not going to, like...
Don't watch
make you like, here we go.
Yeah, I could be like, here we go. I don't know. I might be like that. Well, Kit Harington is also being cast in a new Marvel movie, Eternals. He's playing Black Knight.
Not Wolverine.
Not Wolverine.
Not Adam Warlock.
That's upsetting. I wanted to see Wolverine.
Is he a good enough actor for Wolverine?
Well, I
don't know if I can get past Kit Harington as Wolverine.
He's too
too mainstream.
Yeah.
You know, if I see Kit Harington, I'm just going to think of Kit Harington.
I would have liked to have seen Tom Hardy as Wolverine. Well, we still have a chance.
Yeah.
He's obviously playing Venom. We don't know what's going on with that. But Black Knight, I know nothing about it. I know nothing about the Eternals. It was cool to see them all come out.
Richard Madden.
Yeah.
Jon Snow back together.
That's everybody's going back to that scene in Game of Thrones where he's like, the next time I see you, you'll be all in black. So,
that's dope.
So that's kind of cool.
What a coincidence.
Well, I think he's the main character with Gemma Chan.
Right.
I think those two are the leads, so that's interesting. I thought it was more of an ensemble, but I think they have a set leads in this one, which is dope because this cast is stacked.
Yeah, it is cast. It is stacked.
It is a cast.
It is a cast.
Yeah, I have no idea what the Eternals are. Every time I read up on them, I'm like, yep. I'll just wait for the movie.
As much as I've read up on them, I still have no clue. We have Wyatt Russell cast as a U.S. agent in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and Sharon Carter is also returning to that show. And we also got the look of Bucky with short hair in that show. Mm-hmm. I'm probably the least excited for this.
U.S. agent's pretty cool.
Is that a superhero?
Yeah, he's like a Captain America type. I think he looks like Captain America. Well, I don't know if he's a bad guy or a good guy, but... Wyatt Russell, he's good.
He's a good actor.
Yeah, and I think Anthony Mackie said that he's still going by Falcon, not Captain America, but he just has the shield.
Okay,
so
that's cool.
And Sharon Carter, sorry, the guy you kissed went back to bang your aunt in the past.
Well, let's run through these topics right now, and if you guys have anything interesting to say, just say it. Black Panther 2 coming out in May 2020.
That's a date.
What?
May 2020. That's a date.
Okay, yeah, that's a date. We have a picture of Peggy Carter as Captain Britain in the What If series. We have a Black Widow poster, Lady and the Tramp live action, Noelle trailer, the Anna Kendrick and Bill Hader movie. Jesus, you had to put that down? You just put down everything. Jeff Goldblum show.
I thought it looked pleasant.
Jeff Goldblum show, I'm not big on Jeff Goldblum like everybody else is. And Lizzie McGuire reboot, High School Musical reboot. You really just scraped the bottom of the barrel.
I thought Teddy would like that.
Teddy?
No.
You're not
No,
a
I
Lizzie
couldn't
McGuire
care less.
fan?
No, I couldn't care less.
If they bring back the little animated Lizzie McGuire,
Yeah.
I'd rather see Kim Possible.
Oh, they tried to do that live action.
With
It was
Gordo and
terrible.
Yeah, it was.
Ethan. The whole gang might be in there.
Gordo and Ethan, holy shit!
What Lady and the Tramp, the dogs look cute.
That movie was
Apparently, that
terrible.
dog is a rescue.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but now I'm getting kind of sick of these reboots.
Why?
I don't know. It's getting like really.
Are you
annoying.
gonna? Do you have to watch them? Is that the law?
No,
Okay.
no, but it's just annoying that they're just
Alright,
gonna
so
make
don't
every
watch it.
one of them.
Did you see The Lion King?
Yeah.
Did you
And
like it?
I liked it. Yeah. But
Did
now
you see
it-
Aladdin?
No.
Okay. You see Beauty and the Beast?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you like that?
Yeah. I like them, but I'm getting sick of them coming
You're
out.
getting sick. Okay.
It's just so much.
It's like eating the same thing every
yeah.
night.
It's like I've seen the movie already.
Too much pasta.
That's the whole thing when they eat the spaghetti.
Yeah, that's what you watch it for, right? You need that moment. The spaghetti moment.
Nudge over the little meatball. That's nice.
But
I never.
like 101 Dalmatians, they're doing it with Emma Stone. All these.
Well, no, that's actually a prequel. that's like
Oh
the
my
Cruella
God.
DeVille movie.
They just Disney.
DeVille, a Dalmatian story.
I've never been more conflicted about a corporation than Disney. Because on one hand, I hate them and they're evil. On the other hand, I love them.
Because
Yeah.
they're so good.
They dominate my life. It's Mark Ellis tweeted that. He's like, I'm so sick of Disney trying to buy. Is that Obi-Wan's music? Good God. So that's kind of Disney. That's how they have us caught. They have us caught in between the rock and the hard place of
Yeah.
loving them and hating them.
I mean, I'm definitely getting Disney Plus.
Oh, yeah. Day one.
yeah.
The Hulu and ESPN package? Are you kidding me?
Well, I said like how I tweeted, and like it's kind of how I had my thoughts as well. It's like one day after the Sony thing, it's like, oh, I hate Disney, this fucking corporation bullying everybody. Like, where do they get off? Fuck me up, Disney.
Fuck me up.
Give me these Marvel and Star Wars series.
Yeah.
Then they're like, oh, nothing rated R here, only PG-13. And I'm like, oh, fucking Disney.
Oh, they're diluting content.
It's like, Ewan McGregor's coming back as Obi-Wan.
Oh, yeah.
Give it to me.
Give it to me. Give it to me, Mick. Okay, let's go on to the...
Did I say I didn't like you? No, I didn't mean that.
Oh!
Mickey Mouse is like the significant other that treats you like shit, but you always come back.
Oh, yeah, it's a very toxic relationship.
Yeah.
It's toxic relationship, but it's also like the sex is great. So you just can't let go of Mickey. You know? Oh. So let's move on here to the Joker trailer.
You like that, don't you?
Yes.
You like that? Uh-huh. How did you get in here, Goofy?
You did that bit already.
and yeah, we have done that before. But this time it was a threesome. I was going to go foursome with Donald. Can anybody do Donald? That's kind of...
Yeah, I was just like a demon.
Let's hear yours.
Sound
Donald
like a
Duck is
dummy.
like, how do you even do that? You do sound like a possessed
I know.
Donald Duck. The Joker trailer. Joaquin Phoenix. Have you guys heard about this? He's playing the Joker.
I've heard about that.
Have you heard of the Joker?
I can't wait for this movie. I love his laugh.
He's got a good laugh.
Yeah. And it looks like they're going to go full, he's a victim of the system.
Right. I feel very sympathetic for the Joker.
He gets treated like shit, man. He's just trying to live his life.
He's just trying to be, you know,
I don't blame him, though.
he's just trying to be a terrible stand-up comedian, and the world just won't accept him for being terrible.
Yeah.
So he's going to resort to killing a bunch of people.
You say it like that, it sounds worse.
No, I think it's going to
The
be
Joker,
it's
like,
going to
if
be
it's-
more nuanced than
He's
that.
like the guy in real life. He would go off and do this, and they'll show like a picture of when he was like 16.
Oh yeah, when he was on the high school varsity lacrosse team.
Misunderstood.
We never saw it coming. Open his locker, it's got a bunch of dead hamsters and shit.
Dead bats.
Yeah, we never saw it coming because we never opened the locker. It's got a lot of King of Comedy vibes. The King of Comedy, my favorite Scorsese movie, and that's cool because Robert De Niro is kind of playing the Jerry Lewis character from that movie, where he's a stand-up comedian who's obsessed with celebrity culture, and he does everything he can to get himself on that late-night Johnny Carson type show,
Yeah.
perform his stand-up, and he becomes like a cult figure. Spoilers for the whole movie. But now it's Joaquin Phoenix is playing a more deranged version of that.
You have to do a spoiler alert for that movie.
Well, King of Comedy. Somebody's going to comment and be like, thanks for ruining it. I was just doing my Scorsese rewatch. This looks like it could be good.
Or bad.
If it's bad, I hope
I don't
it's
think
not
it's going to
bad.
be bad, man.
I don't think I
Either
hope
way,
it's
the
not.
wars
I want
over
it to
this
be good.
movie on the internet, I don't want to do it.
I'm like, nah, I like the trailer. But
Because all the DC fuckboys are going to come out and be like, this is the greatest movie of all time.
or
Heath sucks
or
now.
not my
Joker.
Joker.
Yeah, it's going to be not my Joker or this is the only Joker. And I just don't want to go through it. I hope it comes out. I hope it's great.
Yeah.
For everybody's sake.
It's so crazy in the trailer, like the whole dynamic of like in his mind, like he feels so comfortable when he's the Joker, but when he's not, when he's trying to be himself, he just seems so out of place and so awkward.
It might have scoliosis.
He could.
Yeah, his
The way he's
back's
bending
not
like
looking
that,
too
it's
great.
freaky.
Batman needs to just take him and crack him back into shape.
Oh,
I wish Batman was
thanks,
in
Batman.
Oh, thanks. That's all I needed.
it. I wish Batman was
Going
in
back
it.
to law school.
Just becomes the greatest public defendant of all time.
And he turns into Harvey Dent.
Wow.
Yep.
Yo, that's a
Yep.
fucking terrible twist. Let's hope that doesn't happen. What were you going to say, Ted?
I was just saying I wish Batman was in it.
Well, it looks like that's Thomas Wayne who punches him, right? Because that was supposed to be Alec Baldwin.
Yeah.
I hope that's Thomas Wayne.
I think Thomas Wayne. I think Bruce is in it as a kid.
Was he the one saying you think you're funny?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's a joke to you?
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
like
he does.
such a typical tough New Yorker.
What comedian, if he comes out, would be the funniest? If he's like, he comes out and he's just like Bo Burnham.
He's
On his
Bo Burnham
piano.
on his piano?
It's like, I got a joke to tell you.
That would have been interesting, Bo Burnham as a Joker.
Or like,
I love his stand-up.
his style.
I wish I knew what you were
John
saying so I
Mulaney.
can.
No,
Gotham, huh? You ever see the streets in Gotham? There's Batmans flying around.
yeah, the thing is, that scene looks
by
like...
John Mulaney.
Right, yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
And he's the Joker.
It looks like it's taken from The Dark Knight Returns when he comes out on that talk show and he murders everybody in the crowd.
Yeah.
That'd be cool to see. Can you introduce me as Joker? If that motherfucker put on makeup and said, can I come out and do your show? I'd be like, no.
You ever go to Gotham like late at night and you walk into the streets and whoa, Batman comes by. Like, where you going, Bat?
Is that Dane Cook
Yes,
Joker?
Dane Cook Joker.
All right, keep doing comedians. I'm going to guess who it is.
You stumped him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Just put you on the spot. You're only good when you can just...
You guys ever? No, I'm
Who was that?
trying to do Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy?
Yeah. Can't think of any comedians. Eddie Murphy's hard to do.
Not really. Nah, I'm kidding.
He's
Don't ask me to
easy
do
to
it.
do if you're Jay Farrow, apparently.
Yeah.
All right, let's just move on here. Joker trailer. Final trailer. Looks good. Now this trailer.
Hey, Shrek!
That was just you saying, hey, Shrek. The Breaking Bad trailer. El Camino.
Yes.
Ted, what did you think about this? We'll let you take the lead here.
We stopped saying trailer. You said it before about
Oh
the
my
Rise of Skywalker. It was clearly a teaser. And so is this. I'm just saying, I'm a stickler for
Little two fingers.
It was a trailer.
Skinny Pete in the fucking interrogation.
Dude, I love it.
I love that it's set right after it. Like they're trying to find Jesse right now, and I'm wondering if we're gonna get an answer that Walt is dead or not.
He's fucking dead, Teddy.
I think we'll get an answer if he's dead.
If he's not dead, let's make a bet. You want to make a bet?
I'll make a bet.
What do you want to do?
What do you want to do?
I don't know. Think of something. Loser has to watch the entire Irishman in one sitting.
We're all gonna do that.
In one sitting?
What?
I'll do a money bet.
No, money. Let's do something funny. We can do in the pod. We'll get the podcasters.
Sing again?
No, I'm retired.
All right. If Teddy wins, whoever loses has to freestyle rap.
Oh
For 30 seconds.
God, no.
No, please. I don't
Why?
know.
That'd be
'Cause
awesome.
I can't do it.
Yeah, me
We'll
neither.
put on shook ones. Boom.
Okay.
Boom. Yeah. Ted, as soon as I gave Ted the
Yeah.
instrumental, he's like, I'm down.
I'll do it.
If
I'll
Nash
think
were
of
here, he'd
something.
do it. All right. If Ted loses,
Loser
he has
has
to
to come up with
freestyle.
a minute-long stand-up comedy set.
Okay. Yeah. I actually like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Yeah. You have to do stand-up comedy on the pod for a minute.
For a minute.
Oh man.
And you know that whoever loses...
No, a minute and a half.
minute. No. How about we go clean 3 minutes? 3 minute set.
3 minutes.
That's- 3
That
minutes
would be
set.
excruciating.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
And it's like the other two people are just going to judge the shit out
Yeah.
of it. Yeah.
Well,
I love
all right,
that.
well, the
Yeah.
way I think of comedy is like you just telling a story of your life. You know, I'll just tell a story of what I've done.
Ted's already nervous here.
Yeah.
I'm
You're,
stuttering.
yeah.
Sweating
I
right
just
now.
tell the story of
So
my life.
You ever drive and there's a lot of traffic?
You ever go to the gym and somebody's using the weights that you want to use?
No.
That's what it's going to be like.
I'm trying to think of the joke that SpongeBob told when he was up there. when
Oh, yeah.
Boo, you
stink. Yeah. And then he just resorts to making squirrel jokes.
Yeah.
That boy SpongeBob's stand-up was very problematic.
What was it, tomatoes? Is that what it was?
You think people tweeted about SpongeBob squirrel jokes like this was funny in 1990, but it's not funny now? SpongeBob is canceled.
If it came out right
Fox
now, I
made
bet
an
there'd be
article.
something.
Yeah. They're like, why SpongeBob is now problematic. Yeah. And then the other people defending him, like, it's comedy, man. He's balancing the line.
All right, no.
Skinny Pete.
He looks
was great.
terrible.
Skinny Pete?
Yeah.
He always
days.
kind of looked fucked up. But having him in that role was so perfect because he's talking like he always used to. And even if I did know, I wouldn't help you. I love Skinny Pete's accent.
So do I. I respect him not saying anything to the face.
Yeah, it's cool. It was a perfect teaser. And you're wondering, like, what are Jesse Pinkman's connections? Where is he going? Are there characters that haven't been introduced that he knows about? Because
Saul.
Saul might come back. He ends Breaking Bad as a very established and well-connected gangster. Like, these dudes became kingpins.
It was sneaky, though, because you wouldn't know that he's well-established, because he always rode the coattails of Walt.
Right.
But he, like you said, he really is in the game. Like, he knows a lot of people.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
And people know of him, where like he got captured.
Well, yeah, it's like
to
a big.
cook.
Like if he knows about it, it's probably like a big story. Like they imprisoned this man, made him cook meth for them, torture and all this.
Yeah, because it probably became a big news story.
We didn't see too much in the news, though, too, in Breaking Bad of what was going on. The only news we got was with Hank.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, if you're a gangster in the
5.
news, you're not doing it right. Walt became famous in the end when he was on the run.
Yeah,
There's a manhunt for Walt around. He's running around the country. But Bryan Cranston is going to be in this movie one way or another.
He has to
I
be.
don't think he's alive, but I'm on the train of I hope he is alive.
Yes.
I wouldn't even care at this point because after doing the rewatch, I'm like, they're just so good together.
More of those Taylor Swift jokes coming if that's the case. That's my brand of comedy.
I hope not.
I want to see some flashbacks of him of working with them.
Yeah.
I forget the names of who he was working for when he got captured, but I want to see some flashbacks. And I want to see what he was
Todd's
going through.
uncle?
Yeah.
I hope the trailer is just them like Jesse looking off into the thing, and it cuts to black, and you hear Jesse. We need to cook.
Or I'm
It's a Force
Heisenberg.
Ghost.
Are you excited for it?
Oh, I'm so excited.
You're not, right?
No, I am.
Yeah, you're on the board. You're on the
Well,
train.
You're on the fence.
I feel like Breaking Bad is such a perfect, and I don't think this will ruin it by any stretch. We'll see. I like that it's focusing on Jesse though, and that's like it's gonna be his journey afterwards.
Yeah. So like, do you like that it's a continuation of season 5 or season 6 essentially?
I feel like it's not a continuation because it's just Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be an epilogue, I think.
'Cause it's no Walt, there's no Breaking Bad, but it can very much be its own thing. And you got to give Vince Gilligan the benefit of a doubt.
Dude, he is very underappreciated. We don't talk about him enough.
Give him a Star Wars trilogy.
He just seriously, that's what people were saying in the comments of the trailer. It's like, why doesn't Disney or Marvel hire this guy?
What has he done
brilliant.
besides Breaking Bad though? Has he done anything
Better
besides
Call
Breaking
Saul?
Yeah.
But the thing is,
in that universe,
it dominates your life. He's done the Breaking Bad universe since 2008, so he's been doing it for 11 years now, and he hasn't had. Not only has he haven't had a bad season of television. Every season is good or great. You could say Better Call Saul at its worst is very good TV, but the guy is.
he's in his element though. I wonder if you break him out.
I think he'd be fine. I think he'd be all right. I'd like to see it.
Me too.
That's what Aaron was saying when they announced this. He wants to see Vince Gilligan try something new, but he loves this universe. So do I.
It's his
I
baby.
wouldn't. Yeah, he built it.
He's doing a great job. That's the thing. We give him the benefit of the doubt because he hasn't disappointed us yet.
What's so nice about Breaking Bad too, for Vince at least, is that he's not world building anymore in this movie. You know, this is still his universe. That's where I think, like you guys were saying earlier with Star Wars, why it'd be better as a TV show. I think any kind of world building is better as a TV show.
Oh yeah,
You know,
definitely.
Because it's got to be. It's so hard to world build in 2 hours.
It is.
Really.
That's why that's the mark of a great film, when an epic, an action adventure, when you can kind of get that development, when you can cram it in 2 hours and it feels natural. It's always hard to do. That's one of the biggest problems of The Last Jedi. It's Luke and Rey know each other for a couple of days, and we're supposed to feel some sort of emotional connection between them when Luke dies, and you just don't.
And he's treating her like shit.
Right. So
Like,
with TV,
It's not like he's embracing her.
you don't need that with Jesse Pinkman anymore because we spent so much time with him. So just seeing this trailer, hearing that he's out there, that he's on the run, that people are out to get him, I'm already rooting for him.
All those feelings came back too when this show came up, because I had so many feelings towards Jesse, like how much like I felt bad for him. Because I really felt like I was in that universe when I was watching the show. Like I felt like this was actually going on. And I felt bad for Jesse at times, and then I was rooting for him. Yeah. And now it's just like I want to know what he's doing so bad. I want to see him.
Yeah, he's very underrated. Everybody is always praising Bryan Cranston as Walter White. Jesse Pinkman is a fascinating character, and he goes through his own transformation, where he begins as this kind of bum who's always trying to take the easy way out. He's a hoodlum, and then he gains this moral. Tough. He's a street tough. Yeah. And then he gains his moral conscience as time passes because he gets so entrenched in the underworld of Albuquerque crime, and it breaks him. Classic tale.
Speaking of the crime,
is this a transition to The Irishman?
Yeah.
Speaking about the old organized crime, yeah, The Irishman. News that it's going to be 3.5 hours long. Mm-hmm. This was probably just...
This killed me.
Heartbreaking for you.
It's like the story...
Punch in the gut.
The book of Job in the Bible, where God's testing him.
Is Martin Scorsese your God?
Let Satan just destroy this guy's life, and he's just like, hey, he's still believing in me. This is Scorsese. This is what he's doing to me. He's like, he's testing my patience. I'll give you a 3.5 hour movie. You say you like Goodfellas and The Departed so much, you really like me. It's like I was testing you a little bit with.
Didn't we just say on another podcast that the big directors get this
3.5? That's crazy. Tarantino 2.45.
He's earned it.
I'll give you 2.45.
Scorsese's earned 3.5.
Yes, he's earned it, and I'll watch this movie, but 3.5. Woof.
Really? That doesn't excite you?
That's a
if you're like
time.
If this is a 4 episode,
I don't think this movie's gonna be that great.
So if it was, from what are you basing that off of?
The trailer.
Well, you don't like
Robert
people
De
who paint
Niro
houses?
Hasn't been in anything too great in years.
Oh, so Silver Linings Playbook doesn't count.
That was
Limitless.
4 years ago. Limitless.
You didn't
Limitless
like Las Vegas?
I like The Intern.
Okay,
The Intern is very good.
If this was marketed as a 4 episode miniseries, you'd be like, oh, that's 4 episodes. That's a breeze.
But I can watch, I could split that up.
You could split this up.
Joe Pesci coming out of retirement. Which Pesci are we going to get? On the Bulls or on the Wizards?
What did you be... Wizards Jordan. Did you ever see that game where he dropped 48? Yeah. That's a hell of a performance. Just mid-range footwork. Ooh. I don't know. I'm excited. You're not excited for 3.5 hours, Scorsese? What about you, Ted?
I didn't see the trailer.
Okay.
But this, I get vibes that this movie can either be very a masterpiece or just not that great. And if it's dull for 3.5, what's the Rotten Tomato score? If it comes out 40%, I'm not going to sit through 3.5 hours.
All right, if it comes out 70%.
Yes.
If it comes out,
I'll watch it regardless.
95.
I won't be happy about it.
Okay. Well, Z is what you have written on the notes. Taika Waititi in talks to James and to join James Gunn's Suicide Squad. Cool.
To be in it or writing?
No, to be in it as an actor. Cool. That's great. What kind of role would you like to see him in? Batman. Richard Linklater, director of Boyhood, is making a movie that will take 20 years to film. Boyhood
wasn't long enough. Yeah, it's a little too... And he's going to get... It's like, oh, wow, I got an Oscar nom because it took so long, so I'm going to do more of that.
20 years.
In 20 years when I'm dead, probably.
Just cast older actors.
I'm going to be... That's my take on the story. I'll be dead by then, so I don't care.
Ted, what do you think about this? Did you ever see Boyhood?
No.
Okay.
Let's go to fan questions.
Thanks, Ted. All right, this question here from Hugaba Snooki.
What?
I don't know. Hugaba Snooki. Batman or Captain America? Simple. Short. Sweet. Who you got?
Batman. Although those are my two guys in both for Marvel and DC, but come on, it's Batman.
Ted?
Batman.
All right, this question here from Crazy Crab at KNava_12. Who would you take in their prime, Kobe or Shaq? Me and Ted literally just had this conversation.
You see that back and forth they got into?
That was so
It wasn't
funny.
Really a back and forth, but he
Do
said
you want
if
to have that conversation right
if Shaq stayed in shape, they would have had 10 rings.
12 rings.
12.
Well, Kobe said that when they had the sit-down interview between them. It was them together. Shaq admitted to Kobe, he was like, I didn't work out in the offseason because I knew you were. So I would stuff my face with ice cream and Big Macs, and I knew I had a guy who was in the gym 12 hours a day. So I didn't care. But Kobe said it to his face. He was like, yeah, that frustrated me that you didn't work hard.
Remember that diss track he made on Kobe?
How does my ass taste?
Yeah, but think
they
about it.
They have a great beef. It's one of the all-time great sports beefs.
I want to make a statement quick.
Okay.
About that whole debate.
Right.
Kobe wants to be an alpha so bad. Imagine having a better Shaq on that team. He would have drove him out regardless.
Yeah.
Kobe wanted that team.
No, either way, that doesn't last.
Yeah. So I don't like that he says that we would have had 12 rings because you wouldn't, because you would have got frustrated because it was Shaq was the 1 option, 2 option, and 3 option. You're giving the ball to Shaq.
And prime Shaq is, I always say Shaq has the best peak of any player in NBA history.
Well, yeah,
Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, Shaq's peak. Unstoppable. They were obliterating teams for 3 seasons. That's the last three-peat in NBA history. So it hasn't happened since.
I would take Kobe for a career, but Shaq, if I can get peak Shaq
Yes.
for a season, I would do peak Shaq.
100%.
They almost swept the Sixers.
Especially back in those days, like center, like you needed a big man.
Yeah, 4-1 against the Pacers, 4-1 Sixers.
Well, now I think he would dominate more
He would
because
still
no one else
dominate.
has
Yeah,
that.
That's the thing. Nobody could still stop him.
Sixers got 1 too because of AI. That's the only reason
AI
why they
had
got
to drop
one.
like 70, and they got 1. Everybody remembers that finals for the AI stepping over Tyronn Lue.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Now look at Tyronn Lue, LA Clippers assistant after winning an NBA championship.
This question here from Nawaf. Yeah, what the fuck is that? This is so disrespectful.
Couldn't get no one would hire him?
It's very disrespectful. At Darth Nawath, do you think we'll ever get to see the Uncharted movie? Knowing Sony, no. They just lost that movie just lost its director. I forget who it was. Who was supposed to direct it?
Nathan Drake.
No, that's the character.
Tom Holland.
That's Tom. I'd like to see it because I always say Uncharted is just a better version of Indiana Jones.
Oh, wow.
But
Whoa.
the games are terrific, man. I don't think we're ever gonna see it.
You're just going to stomp on Indy's grave like that?
Fuck that boy, Indy. Think he can survive a nuke in a refrigerator?
Yeah, it's science. Shout out to Harrison Ford, though. Han Solo and Indy.
Yeah.
And Deckard.
Deckard. Yeah, you got it.
So I was thinking of Shaw.
Deckard Shaw.
Yeah. I'm like, wait. Is that the name, or am I just thinking of Hobbs Shaw again?
This question here from Amy at Book Chic Geeks. Who's the better narrator, Morgan Freeman or David Attenborough? David Attenborough does all
yeah. I love David Attenborough, dude. He does all the planets, right? The planets.
the Blue Planet, the Planet Earth. I'm gonna say Morgan.
Really?
It depends what I'm watching. But Morgan,
You know who's nice? The guy that does Forensic Files. I forget his name, but he does the Forensic Files.
why'd you look at me like that was gonna?
I thought you know it. I figured you watch it.
You know who's great? Very underrated. Liam Neeson when he narrated the Snow Monkeys documentary. That's a good narration.
Good narration is key.
There's nothing I love more than a good narration. Nature documentary on lions. Samuel L. Jackson. Loved it.
Well, his Hugo Stiglitz narration is the best.
That was good. This question here from Jackson at Jackson FTB. What was the best horror movie of the year so far? So the
Midsommar?
big 2 ones are Midsommar and Us, right?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah,
And I guess The Lighthouse.
Wasn't there Annabelle? Annabelle 2? Where there was an Annabelle, wasn't there?
Probably. Yeah, we get one of those a year, it looks like.
was there a Conjuring?
There was
One
a
of those.
Conjuring, yeah. A Saw. There was a Saw this year. Final
Was
Destination.
there a Purge? Definitely a Purge.
Purge, yeah. No. Yeah, no. Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, TV show.
Hmm.
Midsommar or Us? You know what? Looking back, I think Midsommar
Us
was
was-
better.
No, for me it is too.
I got to see Midsummer. I didn't see
Oh,
that
yeah,
yet.
you didn't see it, right? This question here from Lauren Uno at Uno Official, or Uno Official. Who would you cast as the next Wolverine? We just kind of talked about this before. I would have loved Kit Harington, but I would go unknown. I go an unknown 5'6". Oh, you know what? No, never mind. Billy from Stranger Things.
I've heard that.
I think he'd be perfect.
Wow.
He's not too tall. He's got the
I
look.
didn't think of that. If he beefs up a little bit.
Zac Efron.
He's almost a little too pretty. I like Zac Efron as Wolverine.
Yeah. Okay.
I think Zac Efron's got enough
Just
grit.
thinking of all our short kings out there.
Short Kings. Danny DeVito. They say that's like too obvious. It's like Elba as Green Lantern. You didn't want to go too obvious, but yeah, there's actors out there who could play him. Daniel Radcliffe. People have floated that around. I don't think he has enough grit. You need to have Wolverine in your face. You know.
Hugh
And-
Jackman had it. You know,
right.
He just had it.
And you say Kit Harington almost a little too pretty.
Yeah. No. Well, I don't want King. Oh, that's that weird.
I want my Wolverine to slay.
I didn't want King. I didn't want Kit Harington just because.
King Harington. I see you.
I see.
Yeah.
I just see Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
you know?
that too. I think even Richard Madden would be a better choice than Kit Harington, but obviously he's playing the character in Eternals.
Jason Statham.
No. Jason,
Bloody fucking claws coming out my hands.
imagine Jason Statham as Professor X. He just stands up halfway through. He's like, "Fuck you, I'm Jason Statham." Just starts drop kicking people.
The way you said claws just now is big, meaty
claws. These claws ain't just for attracting mates. Like a young Carl Urban looks like a Wolverine. He's just got it in his face.
Yeah, that is a good one. He doesn't have to. Does he have to be young, Wolverine?
I prefer him to be young because then the whole thing with Wolverine is that he doesn't age.
I want fuckboy Wolverine.
Yeah,
That's Billy.
Yeah, like you can do like 7 movies.
Yeah. Jean Grey.
What's up, Gene? Wanna come over later?
Start smoking.
Parents aren't home.
Because they're dead. I killed them.
You wanna come over and make some TikToks later?
Wolverine's making TikToks? How the hell would that go?
He just lip syncs. His favorite.
Taylor Swift
K-pops.
song with the new album. Wolverine. I could see Wolverine listening to K-pop. This question here from Rena at, I don't know. Any concert you all really want to go to in the future?
Eminem.
I'm going to Tyler the Creator.
Why?
Gang gang. I like Tyler the Creator.
Why do you want to go
Why
see
do you go
Eminem?
to show Eminem and
Just
washed
yell
up?
at you for
My
3
favorite
hours.
fracker?
You would go see Tyler Creator? You would pay to see him live?
I've already paid to go see him at MSG, yes.
You saw him live already?
No, it's coming up. It's in 2 weeks.
Really?
Yes.
Is like Earl gonna be there?
Would you go see Tyler the Creator? You want to come?
I would see if there was like the whole group was coming.
He hasn't
so
put a fucking song out since.
he just dropped an album this year.
Yeah, it sucked. I say he hasn't put a good song out
Since when?
since Goblin.
Since Yonkers?
Goblin.
You're one of those. You don't like Sensitive Tyler. You don't like Flower Boy?
Not really.
911.
Yeah, one good song on there with ASAP, I think.
Who Dat Boy?
Yeah,
Who Dem is?
yeah.
So if you're telling me you're in the middle of the crowd, he brings out ASAP for Who Dat Boy,
Yeah, I
you're not
lose
getting
it.
hyped? Yeah.
I picture Teddy in what was that like senior year listening to Goblin, thinking he's like edgy.
Oh, he definitely put on Facebook who's like,
yo,
kill
he had
people,
a
burn
roast.
shit, fuck school. Yeah. I'm fucking radical.
Fingerless gloves.
Yeah. This question here from Liquid Corey Booker at Metal Gear Jared. Good name. Good name all around there. Best episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Damn.
Gun Fever.
That is
That's
a
one of my
funny
favorite
one.
ones.
The one when they hunt cricket.
Yo,
cricket.
that's a funny one too.
I mean,
Or
Nightman
Birds
Comes
of
is the best.
Birds of Prey. No, what was it? When they did wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
Birds of Men. What the hell was it?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Comment if you know what it is.
I mean, Nightman Cometh. That's
There's
so great.
so many good
That's
episodes.
so funny. That's like the best play of all time. And I've seen Hamilton. And I would still take.
That was a
Nightman
weird
Cometh.
flex.
You've seen Hamilton? I didn't know.
Yeah.
That was a weird flex.
What?
Putting up Hamilton.
Oh, no big deal.
Was it cheaper?
wanna
Isn't
call
isn't
me
Hamilton
that?
tickets here like
The other day,
$1,000?
every time somebody would like say something, he's like, "Oh, that's like in Hamilton." When Hamilton said something,
That was a bit.
yeah, I know it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
was-
We were at the movies. I saw a trailer. And like, yeah, that reminds me of like that scene in Hamilton when Hamilton.
I would. That's all I talk about. Was
oh
Hamilton.
yeah, I saw Hamilton.
Well, I was supposed
Did you
to
see
see
Hamilton?
it. I was
No?
supposed to see it, but it fell through. So now he just like hangs it over my head that he's seen it. So
Isn't Hamilton tickets here like $1,000 a ticket?
Oh, when
You
it
can
first
get it
came
for,
out
like-
with the original cast. Now
you can get it for like $200.
they all left.
No,
Jonathan Groff
what's
was
that?
in it.
What's the
He
big
played
play
Mindhunter.
then? There's like a play that.
Hamilton.
Yeah,
The tickets aren't for good seats. It's like $1,000, but you can get all the way in the back in the mezzanine for $250.
I don't want that.
Of course you don't.
Rest of Jersey boys.
What's their big song? I need love. All right, that was this question here from Maestro at Hazen Ahmed. Who's the best FIFA player in the soup?
I haven't played FIFA in years.
Me.
Of course you would say that.
Me.
This question here from T at Sansa's Dove. What are the most fun accents to do?
Good
I
night,
do a
mate.
pretty
Just trying
good
to get us
British
some
one,
show.
as you guys have seen in this episode. I've done Irish.
You've
Irish is fun.
Yeah.
Got the Irish brogue.
One of the other
Got
one of
your
the old
Guinness?
Nerd Soup videos. I had a killer Irish
It
accent.
was pretty bad, actually.
I can't do any accents actually.
We're actually banned from Ireland.
All I can say is like, good day, mate.
Good day, mate. Hey, governor.
You know what I was thinking today? I wish I smoked cigarettes. I've always wanted that, like, relax, like, go relax and have a cigarette.
You want to be a French man with
Yeah, you
your
know,
cigarette.
like, just like squint my eyes outside, like,
I
you
could
know,
quit
just, like,
any
relax.
time
That's
I want.
definitely worth the lung cancer.
I heard, like, the relaxation from cigarettes is crazy.
Oh, ask Aaron over there. He's always sucking on a stick.
You're always smoking darts, right?
Only when I'm drunk.
How's it feel?
And I'm always drunk. What's
He's
up?
always drunk.
What's up?
He drinks. We drink at the soup.
Like, people say, like, a cigarette after sex is, like, amazing. Like, how?
Well, first I need to have sex.
Problem with that is, Ted.
You need the sex.
Yeah.
And I can't smoke inside.
Well, you could step outside. You could do the outside shame You know,
it's standing like
in the
this
cold. Yeah,
on the window.
Girl's next to you. She's got her foot against the wall. You know.
I'm
This
gonna start
question.
smoking.
Okay. This question here from Jacob Lotka. What made you decide to start a YouTube channel? Depression.
I was on a whim, right?
It's a hell of a
This
win.
channel.
Look how far we've took it.
It all started in 1993, where young Aaron came into this world.
A young Aaron.
Yeah. I don't know.
I miss soup time.
This question here from Nazir at It's the Brown Bear. Where do you want to see the Harry Potter franchise go after Fantastic Beasts? I want to see it go
In the grave.
away.
I was going to say the same thing.
Fantastic Beasts has been such a stain on the Harry Potter name. It's unfortunate. But the first one was very dull. The second one is an awful movie.
Well, it's like,
Do
hey,
you put it with Harry Potter though?
we have young Gandalf.
Kind of.
We have Grindelwald, who's supposed to be like this
Young
dope-ass
Gandalf?
villain. Oh, fuck.
Come on, man.
Young
that's,
Dumbledore.
that's such a
Young
faux
Dum-
pas and,
Young Dumbledore. Young Grindelwald is supposed to be this badass villain. Let's focus on Newt Scamander and his briefcase of magical
yeah.
beasts.
and a fat baker from New York. We get that every
Not
day in New
played
York.
by
Josh Gad.
Josh Gad.
He's not fat. He's just, he's cute.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, so I think that's enough for
No,
the
do a
fat
fun
question.
one.
Do a fun one?
Yeah.
This question here from Scrappy Doo at Mr. Freeze 14. What's the best flavor of ice cream? In parentheses, the season in which you are eating it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Why would that?
That's for you.
Yeah.
That does.
Well, what
I
time
mean,
of day is it? Is it winter? Is
Yeah.
it summer?
I mean, it's mint
January,
chocolate chip.
February? Ew.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I don't
That just-
hate mint
that just
chocolate
turned me
chip,
off.
but it's not the best.
It's so good.
It's way too.
Rocky Road for me.
It's not as
Rocky Road.
Yeah.
Mint chocolate chip. It's the best ice cream, hands down. It makes a great shake.
It's too tart. You make the.
I like that word. Yeah.
Tart.
Yeah.
Start.
It's
That's a funny. That was a funny episode
When
too.
I start the podcast. So we got Ben the Soldier here. He's he was
Give me my chicken, Frank.
he was in the army. So Ben, here's a war going on. Well, there's actually two wars.
Come on, Frank. You promised me chicken. Here's a bag of lemons. All right, fine.
Yeah, mint chocolate chip.
Vanilla. Plain old any vanilla
Plain
is better
Jane,
than
huh?
every ice cream. Yeah. I had vanilla last night. I was like, nothing beats this. I don't need all the
Rocky
pomp
Road
and
does.
circumstance with the sprinkles and the mints and the
I
strawberry.
mean, vanilla rainbow sprinkles. That's peanut butter and jelly of the desserts.
This question here, I got one more from Cowboy Stannis at Cowboy Stannis. Which happens first? Jets win a Super Bowl or New Mutants gets a theatrical release?
Well, that's all the time we have here on the Nerd Soup Podcast.
Dr. Dre drops Detox.
Someone said the Richard, whatever his last name is, Boyhood guy. It's like still going to come out before New Mutants.
That's good. That's a good ending.
Yeah. Yeah, Jets are winning the Super Bowl within the next 5 years. Book it.
I can see it happening.
You've been saying that since 10th grade.
The Jets are pretty close to getting Clowney.
Yeah, I know.
That'd be absurd, dude.